Hey there, Bruins fans. Hurricane blew into town last night, and I was there to see it all as they lost 4-3 in overtime. The Hurricanes come into town battling for a playoff spot in the tough Metropolitan Division, with teams like the Penguins, the Flyers, and the Capitals absolutely dominating, and both wild cards in the East being held by Metropolitan teams New Jersey Devils and Columbus Blue Jackets. So every point counts if you're the Carolina Hurricanes. And you're coming into Boston, where last time you lost 7-1 with the backup goalie for Boston being in net. Now, Qdobin's had a pretty good year, but I'm sure they weren't too happy about only scoring one and getting lit up with us scoring 7 goals. So they're looking for a little bit of revenge, as well as adding 2 more points to climb back into the playoff race. So you knew this was going to be one heck of a game. With that being said, let's drop the puck and go right into Rick Nash's first shift in Boston. They break into the offensive zone, get a couple of quality chances, then Torrey Krug decides he wants to pinch down the wall. They blow it by him. Rick Nash is covering, though. They're all the way back in the defensive end. They're getting close to Rask. It's squeaking by Rask. Is it going to go in? No! Rick Nash says, get that out of here.
Let it go, Nash!
Both video and commentary provided by yours truly in that clip. Now let's cut to the halfway point of the first period. Hurricanes are on the power play. They're getting a bunch of shots on Tuukka Rask. Rebounds are flying everywhere. One pops up. Bang! Brock McGinn knocks his 11th of the year out of the air. 1-0, bad guys. There's no need to fear. Rick Nash is here. Sweet hands David Krejci turns it over at the blue line, tosses it down to Rick Nash, who's all alone, fires one past Scott Darling, his 800th career point, his first goal as a Bruin at the TD Garden, and we went wild.
Rick Nash, baby! First goal is a Bruin, baby! Yeah!
7 minutes to go in the first period, and the Hurricanes are on the power play once again. As we found out earlier, that can be pretty dangerous, especially when their second leading scorer, Teuvo Teravainen, has the puck. Snipe top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies, and his team is up 2-1. Just under a minute to go in the first period. Looks like the Bruins got this locked down. The Hurricanes are coming into the zone, but both our D are back. We're in good position, but somehow they forget about Sebastian Aho. Or should I say, uh-oh, backhand past Tuukka Rask with 55 seconds to go. 3-1, bad guys. I want to get serious here for a minute, because this is something that really bothers me, and it makes me wonder, why even go? To those of you who decide that when you hear 1 minute remaining in the period, you get up and leave to go get your popcorn, to be 45th in line for the bathroom, stay in your seat and watch the game. Because if you didn't, you would have missed Riley Nash's 11th of the year. And boy, was it a beauty. Tommy Wingle's spinorama in front of the net with 2.9 to go. Sauces it over to his partner, Riley Nash, who tucks it home past his old team, the Carolina Hurricanes. It's 3-2. Hurricanes with 2.9 to go. And guess what? You can still get your popcorn in between periods.
Riley Nash against his old team. Second match goal of the night.
Okay, here we go. Start of the second. Bruins got the last goal going into it. We're going to come out psyched. I got my popcorn. I was 312th in the line for the bathroom. I am psyched. Here we go. Here we go. Why are we pinned into the zone? That's right. Hurricanes came out with all the energy in this one, I must say. It was a solid 4 or 5 minutes of just Hurricanes constantly pushing it in, keeping it in, forechecking, turning it over. I mean, we just could not get out of the zone. There was times where Bruins were stumbling just to get back to the bench. It looked like a power play out there. It was pretty painful to watch. But don't worry, that changed pretty quickly.
Attaboy, Winkles! Second point of the night, baby!
Tommy Wingles with his 8th of the year, first as a Bruin, second point of the night, assisted by Charlie McAvoy and Jake DeBrusk, ties it up 3-3. We got ourselves a game, folks. 3-on-3 overtime starts with Sweet Hands David Krejci, Rick Nash, and Torrey Krug for the Boston Bruins. That line switches out about 40 seconds in to Riley Nash, Brad Marchand, and Charlie McAvoy. They're defending. Riley Nash steals the puck, chips it up to Charlie McAvoy. Looks like he's going to get a 2-on-1 with Brad Marchand. Charlie McAvoy has two options here. He can just give it over to the 30-goal scorer, Brad Marchand, two-time All-Star, natural sniper who can always end it in overtime. Charlie McAvoy sniped it and won it. 7th of the year for Charlie McAvoy. Who needs Marchand? Bang! Right past Scott Darling. That's it, folks. You can go home. It's 4-3 Boston Bruins.
Yeah! Bruins win, baby! Attaboy, Cheeks!
I do want to take a quick time out here to talk about Patrice Bergeron. He injured his foot in the game in Toronto, got an x-ray, came up negative, played through the pain in the Buffalo game, played about 19 minutes because he's just a hockey god playing with broken ribs, broken foot, doesn't matter. But it does seem like he's going to be out for about 2 weeks and then be reevaluated. That'll be tough for the Bruins, but hey, we're one game down, one victory without him, and as long as you keep getting points and put him in a good spot for the playoffs, he's going to come back just in time to tear it up and come into the playoffs red hot, starting that power line of Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak. Another quality comeback win for the Black and Gold. That puts us just 1 point behind the Toronto Maple Leafs, but remember, we continue to have 5 games at hand on Toronto, so that won't be too hard passing them and getting second place. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe down below.